4 laws to end the fascist madness. The new era of oppositional federalism has arrived. I have been meeting with state and city representatives in North Carolina, Minnesota, Washington, and other states. They want to pass the laws that will knock this administration down and restore law and order. To get it done, we need to make sure every Democratic state legislator in the country has these proposals in their hands. There are roughly 3,224 Democratic state-level representatives in the United States. Here are 4 pieces of model legislation, ready for any state legislature. They're all built on existing case law, designed to work against an oppositional authoritarian federal government, and vetted fully by legal scholars and policy experts. This is a short read. If you agree, these should be brought to a vote in all 50 state legislatures. Follow the instructions at the end to send it to your reps. Share it with others to do the same. The Child Sex Trafficking Investigation and Accountability Act gives state attorneys general full authority to investigate and prosecute crimes connected to the Epstein files. Creates a special investigations unit with organized crime tools, subpoena power, use immunity, grand juries. Funds a survivors' compensation fund through fines and forfeitures, not taxpayer dollars. Presidential pardons cannot touch state convictions. The Fiscal Sovereignty and Election Protection Act gives states control over something the federal government cannot ignore, the tax money. If the federal government subverts elections, employers are ordered to redirect withholdings into a state escrow account until constitutional governance resumes. Money stays in trust, goes back when the crisis ends. Is it unconstitutional? No more unconstitutional than federalizing elections or nullifying results. This is a peaceful response to an emergency. The federal government has the Insurrection Act. By comparison, this is a measured form of mediation. Every compliant employer gets indemnified and legally defended with funds from the escrow. The Corporate Welfare Integrity Act. If a corporation spends its own money on political campaigns or PACs, it does not qualify for tax breaks, subsidies, or government contracts. Individuals keep full rights to donate from personal funds. Federal law has applied this logic to contractors since 1940. Courts uphold it every time. If a company can afford to fund campaigns, it can afford to operate without taxpayer help. The Bribe is a Bribe Act. Gives state attorneys general authority to prosecute any public official whose corruption affects state residents, from a city council member to a Supreme Court justice to an FBI director. Defines bribery and corruption the way normal people already understand it, closing loopholes federal courts have spent a decade creating. No immunity, no pardon protection because it is a state-level offense. Dual sovereignty applies, and standing is substantiated in the act. If the AG declines to act, residents can bring civil suits to enforce it themselves. These bills use North Carolina as the stand-in state, but any state can adopt with minimal modification. Share this article or the bills with your reps. Find their contact info by entering your address at openstates.org. Get the full bill PDFs of the versions we gave to North Carolina legislators below. https://buymecoffee.com there. Comment on this post if you want advice or assistance from our existentialist republic community in your outreach, or if you want to join the Discord working on creating the pro-democracy distributed version of ALEC. For those unfamiliar, ALEC is a corporate-funded organization that has spent decades writing model legislation for Republican state legislatures across the country. We are building the other side of that. Uncooperative federalism, soft secession, and oppositional federalism. These are the existentialist republic's novel but research-backed model for defeating fascism in America, even if elections are stolen and courts are captured. This nation was founded on stopping tyranny rather than bending the knee to disgusting tyrants. Let's continue that tradition. The Educate, Activate, Recruit, Repeat method is our system for distributed, effective activism. You don't need gatekeepers or a 501c3 to fight back and do it well. If you want to help us keep making this legislation, buy a cup of coffee for me or a few cups for our team at the link above. Check out the existentialistrepublic.com for primer booklets on weaponizing states' rights to fight fascism. Follow our YouTube, The Existentialist Republic, for video of our work. When you contribute via buymeacoffee.com/der, you are funding our work developing video educational content so we can get more tools in more hands and make more change. Let's get after it together.